Hello and welcome, Mr. Abdullah Dosari. This is for the second intermediate grade. I'll give you some, the lesson is reading. The topic is the bacon. As you see, Mr. Abdullah, before I start, do you hear me very well? Mr. Abdullah, if you hear me very well, just write number 1. Okay, in the chat box here. Hello, Mr. Abdullah? Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay, as you see here, my name is Majid Rabi'an. This lesson is prepared by my friend Ziyad al-Muwallad. Wa alaikum as-salam. Inshallah, I will, give you some selection about this topic, inshallah. And let's start together, Mr. Abdullah. Here we have the aim or goals of this lesson. First, we'll make prediction about the reading passage based on the visual prompts or pictures. We'll give you some pictures. These pictures will, help us to know more about the passage. And of course, I will present vocabulary or new vocabulary, structures and function of the text. And finally, inshallah, I will give you, give some students practice in reading focused. Understood, Mr. Abdullah? So this is the aim of this lesson. So we will start step by step. Very good. Very good. Okay, the title is Bacon, a School in Board. This is the title. Of course, when you see this the first time, you may be, difficult to you, but inshallah, after more explanation about it, it's going to be so easy, inshallah. And this is the title. Bacon is the name, a school on board. It may be that school may be floating over the sea. You see, this is the metaphoric meaning. You see, a school in board. Anyway, let's move on and see. Here we have what? 2 pictures, and this is so important thing. Before you read, try to predict or try to guess, you see, Mr. Abdullah, what the text is about from this picture or from the pictures. Here we have 2 pictures, Mr. Abdullah. Okay? What is the connection between those pictures? What do you think about it? Here we have a school, and here we have a big ship that is sailing over the sea. So what do you think? What is the connection between those pictures? What do you think about it, Mr. Abdullah? Very good, learning. And what else? Here we have a school and also a big ship. So maybe that related, or these, school, maybe they'll give some lessons about sailing, how to sail. You see, Mr. Abdullah, it's so important here. And there is one question. What kind of school this passage deal with? What does deal with, Mr. Abdullah? It's dealing with what? I mean, this is school. Maybe he'll help you, Mr. Abdullah. This school is what? Offer or give some private lessons or some lessons about sailing, how to sail. Maybe the students who graduate from this school, will have a sailing certificate after that. Okay, Mr. Abdullah, go ahead. Very good, wonderful, Mr. Abdullah. Wonderful, that's right, I agree with you, by the way. Maybe about sea, wonderful, or marine, very good, Mr. Abdullah. Okay, let's move on and see what we have. What is bacon? So what do you think about it, Mr. Abdullah? It's the same question or the same getting for these pictures. So what is bacon? What do you think? What is beacon, sorry? Could you tell me, Mr. Abdullah? Is it a mosque or a place for something, or what do you think about it? Yeah, good try. Very good. Yeah, it's a city. Very good. Very good. And what else? Very good, Mr. Abdullah. Okay, let's move on and see. Beacon. The students on Beacon are 14. I will read this passage, Mr. Abdullah, to you, and then I will explain this to you. The students on Beacon are 14 to 19 years old. They do the same subject as other secondary schools like math, geography, etc. But they also learn about sailing. You see? They also learn about sailing. So here, this is the aim, or this is the goal about sailing. It's so important word here. And let's see. Here we have one boy. I will read this for you, and then I want you to read that silently after when I read it. Beacon is a great school. You see, this is a school, right? Beacon is a great school. Classes start at 8:15 a.m. every day, and they finish at 4 o'clock on the most days. On Wednesday, they do not finish at 4 o'clock. They finish at 3. But I stay till 5 o'clock in the computer room and do my homework. I want to become a sailor, so Beacon is perfect for me. So here, Beacon, what do you think, Mr. Abdullah? What do you think of Beacon? What does it mean here? Is it city or school? Very good, Mr. Abdullah. Very good. Maybe school that, in Beacon. Very good. And let's see what we have here. We have Jack. He's 14 years old. He said, my favorite subject is modern art, but I love sailing too. It's a great fun. The facilities on Beacon are excellent. My favorite place is art room. At the end of the school day, I go to the art room and paint with my friends. So, Mr. Abdullah, I'll give you 5 minutes, okay, to read the passage if you want, silently, and then we will answer the question. Okay, Mr. Abdullah, go ahead. You can change the slide, Mr. Abdullah, if you want to change it, okay? You see, we have, you can change it from here, Mr. Abdullah. Just press the bottom, yeah, wonderful. Okay, Mr. Abdullah. Here we have to read the question and answer it from the passage, okay? So the question number 1, what subjects do students do on Beacon? What do you think about it, Mr. Abdullah? Is it like a public school? Or what? So what subjects do students do on Beacon? Yeah, very good. They do art, and what else? You can go back, Mr. Abdullah, if you want to go back to see the passage. Sailing, very good, Mr. Abdullah, and what else? Very good. It's like public school, but they just have something in particularly sailing. Very good, Mr. Abdullah. Very good. So, this is the answer. They learn geography, math, and sailing, art, or whatever. It's like a public school, especially, sailing. Very good. What do you think about the second question, Mr. Abdullah? What time do classes start? Do you remember that? What time do classes start? You can go back. Yes, 8:15. Very good, Mr. Abdullah. Very good. Yeah, classes start at 8:15 in the morning. Very good. And the last question here. What time do classes finish on Mondays? You can go back to see. Maybe it will be here. You can figure your answer and you can write your answer from here. Yeah, it depends, Mr. Abdullah. Good try. Good try. But 5 o'clock for Mr. or for the student Tom, right? So he stayed at the school and to take, in the computer room and do his homework. Very good. It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Very good, Mr. Abdullah. Finish at 4 o'clock. Wonderful. And what else? This is your answer. The time do classes finish on Mondays, for each Monday, classes finish at 4 o'clock. Very good, Mr. Abdullah. And here we have two more questions. What does Jack say is great fun? What do you think, Mr. Abdullah? What does Jack say is great fun? So is it sailing or art? Let's go back to see. Here, my favorite subject is modern art, but I love sailing too. It's great fun. The facilities on Beacon are excellent. Yeah, very good. Art and sailing. Wonderful, Mr. Abdullah. Wonderful. It's a great fun. Sailing and, modern art. Very good. And the last question, Mr. Abdullah, what do you think about it? What does Jack do at the end of the school day? What does Jack do at the end of the school day? What do you think about it? Maybe, yeah, very good. Very good. Draw or paint with his friend. Wonderful, Mr. Abdullah. Wonderful. See? My favorite, at the end of the school day, I go to the art room and paint with my friends. Wonderful, Mr. Abdullah. Very good. Draw or paint with his friend. He goes art room and paints with his friends or draw with his friend. Very good. But the passage or the author wrote paints. Understood, Mr. Abdullah? Do you have any question here? Do you have any question, Mr. Abdullah? Very good. Okay, so now we have a new vocabulary. We have a new vocabulary. So here we have two words. The first one is math. If you didn't know what does it mean, you have to see this picture of this prompt. What do you think? Visual prompts. What do you think about it? 4 by 4, 3 divided 3, equal 1 or whatever. 1 minus 1. So what do you think about it? Math. So do you know it, Mr. Abdullah? Math? You can know that by see this picture or this, photo. Yes, very good. Very good numbers, that's right. But it's a subject. It is a subject. If you add 1 plus 1, so it will be number 2, right? 1 plus 1. So the answer will be what? 2. So this is, we call it math, Mr. Abdullah. Okay? This is, we call it math. And sometimes 4 by 4, so it equals 16, right? So This is the subject we call it math. You see, mathematics. Mathematics. And also here we have a geography. We have geography. So by this picture, what do you think, Mr. Abdullah, about it? Here we have, you know, maybe the earth and some, you know, one book, and also, yeah, wonderful, that's right, Mr. Abdullah. Wonderful, geography, that's right. Very good. Welcome, Mr. Sayyid. You came late, by the way, but you're welcome. Okay, so what else? Here we have two words. We have sailor and sailing. What do you think about it, Mr. Abdullah and Mr. Sayyid? Here it's so important. The word is sail, right? What does it mean, sail? We add OR to this word and it will be what? A person. You see, this picture gonna help us. Good try, Mr. Abdullah, but it's not, you know, see, but okay. Sailor is a person who travels by sea. You see, a person who travels by sea. This we call it sailor. Like teach, teacher. You see, sail. We add OR, so it will be a person who sails on the sea or who travels by sea. Okay, Mr. Abdullah and Mr. Sayyid? Okay? And sailing is the noun of the verb sail. You see, sail is the verb, but if I will add ing to it, so it will be sailing. And what does it mean? Traveling through water or sea. So this is the noun. Sailing, traveling by or through water or sea. So this is the difference between, or the difference between sailor as a person, and sailing as a noun from the verb sail. You see, Mr. Abdullah, understood? Mr. Sayyid. Mr. Sayyid, do you hear me very well? Okay, wonderful, Mr. Abdullah. Thank you very much. Mr. Sayyid. And here we have the last word. The word is art. What do you think about it, Mr. Abdullah and Mr. Sayyid? Art. When you draw something, when you draw your face, or, you know, draw a picture, or paint some, you know, a beautiful, you know, a beautiful picture. What do you think about it? What do you see it? When I draw something, we call this art. Art. When I sing, when I, you know, act in a play or something like that. So we call this art. Do you know, Mr. Abdullah, art? What does it mean? When you draw something, yeah, picture, very good, Mr. Abdullah. When you draw pictures, wonderful, but you have to check your spelling, very good. Very good, Mr. Abdullah. Picture, yeah, that's right. This we call it art. This we call it, no problem, Mr. Abdullah. This we call it art. Wonderful. So do you understand it, Mr. Abdullah? Welcome, Mr. Abdullah Razi. Okay, so this is the end of this lesson. Thank you for listening and participation, Mr. Abdullah and Mr. Abdullah Razi. Feel free to ask any question. Just ask any question, Mr. Abdullah Dosri, if you want to ask any question. I'm ready. Mr. Abdullah Razi, you came late. Welcome back, Mr. Sayed. Do you have any question, Mr. Abdullah? Do you face any problem, any difficult word? Just ask. All of you. You're welcome, Mr. Abdullah. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Abdullah, after this class at 5 o'clock I will have another lecture for another class, inshallah, okay? Be there. At 5, inshallah, after half an hour from now. After half an hour from now, Mr. Abdullah. Today. Okay? I have another lecture, and inshallah this class is, I'll take some new vocabulary. Okay, Mr. Abdullah? Mr. Abdullah Razi. Thank you very much, Mr. Abdullah. See you then, inshallah, at 5 o'clock. Okay? Mr. Abdullah Razi, you can, we came to the end of this class. Please, it's registered class. If you want to see it, maybe after 1 hour you will see the recorded lecture or class. Okay, Mr. Abdullah Razi, have a nice day. See you inshallah after half an hour. Bye-bye. Inshallah, yes, I have another class tomorrow, inshallah, at 4 o'clock, at the same time. Okay, Mr. Abdullah? Thank you very much. See you then after half an hour. Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.